observable. You could see it in the interviews, you could see it in the organizations, you could see it in the decisions they made, the risks they took, the investments they were prepared to take, that not only did they have a belief in their ability to control that outcome, but they had a real, I was going to use the word arrogance, the wrong word, but a unshakable sense of importance about the quality of that work. And then above and beyond that was an insatiable desire to do and be better. They were genuinely on this journey to push them to another level. And I know, and by the way, I am going to very quickly get into very specific practices that these companies engaged in that made this even more observable. But I'm actually not going to apologize for staying high up the ladder of abstraction, because even though we fought this finding, and even though the organizations initially found it hard to articulate, when we finally were able to explain what we thought we were seeing to these businesses, they almost acted as though that was self-evident. And if I go back a couple of slides to the sort of DPR construction, I'll give you some more case study info about them in a moment. In Doug Woods' own words, for him to have said way back in 1992 that they'd be $1 billion company within 8 years was like a 3-year-old saying that they wanted to graduate college by the time they were 10. And yet that's exactly what they said. It's exactly the commitment they made. And there was a deep sense of belief in that organization and their ability to get that done. So knowing we're at an abstract level, and knowing we're going to get down into detail here in a minute, just before we do, I'd be interested in running a poll, and I know Rich has put this together. I'd be interested in having a poll very quickly between 1 and 5. If you were to think about self-determination and this belief in your ability to control your outcomes separate to the marketplace, and your belief in your ability to create the future in a deep, unshakable sense of importance about the work that you do, and this sort of underlying culture of, a desire to